All right, so today we're going to learn about sprites. This is lesson 6 of Computer Science Discoveries, Unit 3. Sprites are, if you've ever played a game, Super Mario, like Super Mario Brothers, Mario is a sprite. The Goombas, the little brown things that wander around, the turtles, coins, those are all sprites. And what they are is a shape that gets animated to some degree. They all have properties, and properties are attributes that describe an object's characteristics, and then also a sprite, it has lots of variables that are attached to it. So you're going to need to know draw sprites. That's a type. It's going to do all the sprites. Variable sprite equals character, and then you give its characteristics, also parameters, and then, or properties, and then you have sprite scale. Sprite scale is going to change the size of it. Not how much it weighs, but how big and proportionate it is to the original. So I'm going to click continue here. This is a video. You should watch this video. Make sure you do. If you want to go back and watch that now, that's fine. You can pause it and go do that. Okay, so here's some key parts to the sprite. So this is the sprite. It gets drawn in your animation or on your screen. And it gets drawn because, one, you told it that you're going to have a variable called myBunny. Okay? And then you're going to say create sprite at 200, 200, which is right in the middle. Sprites are all by the middle of the sprite. And then myBunny, once again, dot set animation. So you're telling it I'm going to be animating this, and I'm going to use the picture bunny, or the image, or the file name, however you want to call that, bunny. And this yellow is what tells it to draw. So if that's not there, your sprite will not show up. You need to have draw sprites right here. It's the group. And it's not just the one, it's however many sprites you have there. Everybody follow me so far? Okay. All right. So creating sprites, variable sprite equals 200, 200. Okay, we're just going to call this sprite sprite. Sprites only appear on the screen when you draw them. Okay, draw sprites. If this isn't here, nothing shows up. Run. Okay, the sprite is sprite. The rectangle shows up right there. Okay. What it's asking you to do, add variable sprite, which I already did. Under the comment, creating sprites, you write the draw sprites. That's all we need to do this time around. So the sprite right now is a rectangle. Soon, you'll be adding an image to that, or a file. Sprites are drawn from their center, which means that the center of the square, not the top left corner, is the 200, 200. Okay, so this is for you to do. So right here, my sprite, draw sprites, it's at 300, 100. Where's that going to be? You would need to choose the correct place. Make sure that when you choose it, you click run and test it, and then fix. I'm going to skip to number 6, but you will click finish and move on to number 6. Here, debug, we have a problem. Watch this. Oh, but there's two. There's a left sprite and a right sprite. What's wrong with this? What is wrong with this? So you need to debug that. Once again, I'm going to let you debug that. I'm not going to do it for you, and we'll move on from there. Okay. I think that you should watch this video. It'll give you a little bit more background on sprites. Okay, here's the animation tab. up above your screen, your game lab, it says code and animation. So you have the animation, you have the animations you've created right here, and on a list of them. You can add a new animation. You can change the features of your animation. You can draw or edit your image on this canvas, and you can open up this drawer, number 6, to change the overall size of your image or the canvas. Canvas would be this checkered area right here. All right, so now we're moving ahead a little bit. You've done the sprite where it just draws a rectangle like that. Now we're going to add the cool sprite. Now look, you have an alien. So make sure you do this. Change the sprite to your favorite image from the animations tab. A sprite that is set to an image has already been created for you. Run the code to see how it works. Change the input to the set animation command to change the look of the sprite. Okay, so you can, what it's saying right now, this is the input, the set animation right here. You could do alien, bunny, flybot. Let's do bunny. Reset, run, now it's a bunny. So what you'll see is in the animation area, these are your options. Okay, I'll get rid of my picture here. So there's a plus here. You can do all of those. Make sense? All right. So, and then with this pencil, you can start drawing and so forth. I'm not going to do that yet. So what we're going to do is kind of finish this one up. Make sure that you do these. Do this. I can't emphasize that enough. So now you don't have to do anything except for what it says right here. Open the animations tab. Upload or download your kite image. Okay, so if you download a kite image, images with transparent backgrounds works best. Okay, so what I'm getting at here is you might need to go and find a kite, find a simple one, because if it's too big of a file, it won't work. Try and find one with no background. An example of one with no background would be this. See how it's checkered in the back? This one would work too. But if you have that white background, it's going to show up white in the image, and it will just look kind of weird. But regardless, if you don't know how to download, just go find a file. Kite, search. I searched kite clip art so that it would be. Clip art is usually pretty simple file, and it takes up less file space. And then right-click it, and then go to Save File As, and then make sure you keep track of where you saved it. That is an important part. So then, once you have it, then you'll go here, set animation, add, and then you'll load that up. All right. And then once you have that taken care of, you go here and you'll actually add it. You'll go to the sprites, do this, and change the scale as you need. Follow the do this. And remember that the order of your code matters. And then, obviously here, your kite will show up there. And here's the first little assessment. In this one, you want to match the code to the right match the correct code to what is drawn, and check it. All right, so from there on out, if you have any questions, make sure that you come to a office hour for Mr. Gatzos or myself, depending on what class you're in, and make sure that you ask questions, and you can ask us by email if you need. That's lesson 6. Sprites. Make sure that you take your time, do this, and enjoy. This can be a fun lesson if you follow the directions and allow yourself to learn from it.